Hello, everyone. This is Connor James. I am the guy behind WEDF NXT, and this is kind of an update video because I was made aware of something that I actually had no idea about. Apparently, we upload on the first week of each month. We usually upload within the first week of the month. I did not know that was a pattern that we had, but that adds up. That kind of makes sense. But yeah, the reason behind that is that there's been a lot going on, let's say. Obviously, this is pay-per-view season, CPV season, or Premium Live Event season. So, obviously, a lot more work goes into the CPV, and I guess I'll get it out of the way now, as a way to kind of explain where Unforgiven's been. Frank's moving to the new game, to WWE 2K22. That is going to be the first show on WEDF on 2K22. So we're going to see the transition. You are going to see full display the transition from 19 to 22. At least on Frank Dog's side. I will bring up my status on 22 later on in the video, but yeah, so Unforgiven, and also, life's been really kind of busy. Life's not usually busy for the gang of us, so we've kind of been dealing with that. I got sick. I got sick for most of the month. And here's the worst part. You want to know the fucking worst part? The worst part is that when I got sick, the day that I got sick, I was planning to commentate an NXT show. And then I woke up and I was sick. So yeah, that was shitty. And then the moment I thought I was better and was going to commentate an NXT show, turns out I was still sick. But I think I am finally over my sickness at long last. It's been weeks since I got sick. And yeah, it's been a wild ride to get there. So yeah, we've all kind of been busy. We haven't had time to kind of bring everybody together for commentary and that sort of thing. That's kind of been hampering with Unforgiven. Also, the new game. We've been transitioning to the new game and all that. And yes, Frank is okay. I know he posted the accident that he had a little bit ago. He's doing fine. We commentated the pre-show a little bit after that. I want to say we commentated it a few days ago? Or a week ago? A few days to a week ago is when we all got together to do the show. Yeah, I think last week. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we got together. We did the pre-show. We haven't done the main show yet. We have not done the main show commentary yet. Still waiting on a good time to do that. But we got the band together me and Frank got together for the pre-show, and we have finished that. It's all good to go, but we want to post it pretty close to when the main card is going to come out. So, yeah, that's basically the status for Unforgiven. We are moving to WWE 2K22 with this show. I mean, Frank is. This is going to be the first card fully on 2K22. Whereas with me, I guess I'll include it in the Where's NXT section of this video. Because I wrote down 3 topics. Where's Unforgiven, Where's NXT, when 2K22, and I guess when 2K22 kind of encompasses both those other topics. So as Frank is getting, it's CPV season for Frank, so it's going to be a little more full throttle than usual. And, we have the busyness and me getting sick and all that. So NXT, I haven't posted an NXT, like a proper NXT in a month. My bad. But with NXT, the status of that is basically what fucked me over was getting sick. Obviously. But I actually do have a few shows ready to commentate. And, I have the next batch of episodes ready to commentate. I have the next NXT 22, NXT Afterburn 12, NXT 23, and NXT Afterburn 13. They're all ready to go, and I need to wrap up recording and editing on NXT episode 24. So I have 22, Afterburn 12, 23, and Afterburn 13 all ready to go. And I'm actually going to wait a little bit on the 2K22 transition. And I'll tell you why. It is because I'm waiting for a few more patches to this game. So that way I'm not in the midst of recording something and then the patch comes out and then it fucks over this thing that I used to do that I wrote into the script for the shows or something like that. And because basically everybody I want, it's not I need to wait for this person to come out, because everybody I want to be on the show is already either in the game by default or already out as DLC. I guess there is one person left that I need to account for, but other than that, it's everybody's kind of out already. But I think I do want to wait for the last few. Well, what I'm wanting is to wait for NXT Afterburn 2 to move to 2K22. I want to wait until NXT Afterburn 2 is completed on 19. Don't worry, I have pretty much everything I need on 19 set up, so I'll be okay to do those last few episodes on 19 on the thing on the before the servers shut down. I know that's a issue, is how we're going to respond to the servers shutting down. Frank is going to basically do the same. He's already moved to 22. Frank has. And in my case, I'm getting my affairs on 19 in order so that I can finish up even if I can finish up on 2K19 before I move to 2K22. And then when I move to 2K22, that's when I'm gonna have, when I move to 2K22, we'll go from there. I think I figured out we can make it work. It is going to be a transition, which is why I won't, without spoiling my plans, I won't have a proper NXT episode be the start to 2K22. There is a high possibility that the first 3 episodes after 2K after Takeover 2 will be on 2K19. There's a possibility for that. I'm gonna wait it and see with that regard, but I feel I think I'm gonna be switching to 2K22 pretty shortly after Takeover 2. And this has gone on for 10 minutes, so I think the last thing I want to say is that me and Frank, we're sorry again for yet another hiatus, another delay. But Unforgiven is coming. NXT is coming. That's what she said. Everyone is okay. I'm getting over my cold. I'm getting over my sickness, which honestly kind of sucks because the rest of the wrestling world is going down right now. So that's awful timing. The moment I feel better, everyone else gets hurt. You know? Yeah. And we're hoping to do some really fun stuff with 2K22. And I think that's going to be the name of the game with 2K22, is when we move to 2K22, is that we're going to be hoping for some fun stuff to come out of this. And, you know, NXT has been slowly migrating to 2K22. I've been getting my stuff on there set up. If anybody knows a good David Finlay or if somebody can ask a favor for a good David Finlay, please let me know. I am desperate. I am desperate right now. But I shouldn't have issues with anybody else. Hopefully. So, yeah, everything's being arranged for NXT's big arrival onto 2K22. Frank's moving there early, and I'm going to be moving there after NXT TakeOver 2, which means the next, 10 plus episodes will be on 19. You know, this little ADHD thing, I don't like it, you know? I mean, this little ADHD thing, it makes it hard to do these kind of updates. Because then I go I'm getting sidetracked with this thing. I can't remember the word. I might as well say it now, because I don't think I say it in the shows itself. NXT TakeOver 2 will be episode 35. Because NXT TakeOver 1 was episode 20. So that's why, if you've seen the episodes, I skipped from 9 to 11. That's because TakeOver is episode 10. TakeOver is episode 10 of Afterburn, episode 20 of the main show, episode 10 of Afterburn, etc., etc. Which means we're going to swap now. I think you've noticed that too. We're swapped now, which means we're starting with TakeOver. You have TakeOver and then NXT to Afterburn, NXT, blah, 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 blah. And so TakeOver will be episode 35. And since I am about to finish up, since I have yet to record episode 22, that means we are getting about 13 episodes of the main NXT to build to. And then, likewise, that also means I think we're also having 13 for Afterburn. Because it's the same number convention, just minus a number. So instead of episode 22, and then instead of doing 35 minus 22, we're doing 25 minus 12. So it's 13 episodes each. So that means we're getting about 26 episodes of build across the two shows, NXT and NXT Afterburn. We're getting 26 episodes until NXT TakeOver 2. So we got 26 more shows on 2K19 left. So we're gonna go on this adventure together, and hopefully by the end we'll give WWE 2K19 the grand send-off that I think it deserves. But because I mean, because Frank ending off on United. No diss to Frank, I love him. But yeah, that's about all that we have to say. And also, thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for all of this. We are almost at 8,100 subscribers. 8,100. That is insane. We are almost at that number. We are at 8,092 right now. And I just want to say thank you so much for, liking and subscribing and commenting. And thank you for being invested in WEDF. And I think that's something that at least I personally worry is not getting across to you. Because obviously when we, because with almost every WEDF, we start the show with the Attention WEDF Universe graphic. Almost every show that Frank does. And I don't want that to be misconstrued as, oh, we need more people, or, oh, we need people to like and subscribe our shows, and we need more and more people, and the people we have now mean nothing to us. No, that's not what I want that message to basically give the vibe of. That the people that subscribe right now, that comment under our videos, that take time out of their day, time that they're never getting back. And that's, I know that sounds morbid, but really, it's time. Time is a precious thing. And the fact that you have made the active choice to spend it with us, to spend that time of your day, of your busy schedule, liking and commenting, predicting under Unforgiven, posting about on the Facebook. I saw someone posted on the Facebook that they saw a picture of that WWE did of R-Truth dressed as John Cena for John Cena's 20th anniversary, and they said that the first thing that came to their mind was the Super Wani gimmick. Like, that is amazing. People have cared and supported and invested into WEDF so much that even something as simple as a 20th anniversary photo shoot that WWE did would remind them of WEDF. And that is incredible. That is amazing. And I don't ever want to give the vibe that doesn't matter, because it does. It means the world to me. And I know this is almost 20 minutes and I'm going on a tangent, but I'll let myself go on a tangent here. I'll let myself go on a tangent because I want to get across how much you guys mean. So, when I was little, when I was a wee lad, I'm dating myself here, but it was when I was little, the stuff that I used to watch, some of the stuff that I used to love watching, and I would watch each episode, and I would get excited for the next one to come out, and it was a monthly thing, and it was called WEDF NXT. And this was back when Josh was doing it. And I was younger. Not a wee lad. When I was a wee lad, I watched the WEDF Royal Rumble. And the WEDF, or like Royal Rumble 2 in SVR 2011. And I would love that idea. And what I would do is I would play my own matches. And it was called the AAW. That I would play my own matches with. I didn't record any of it, but I would play them on SVR 2011. And I would do like Biker Taker and like Lex Luger or something crazy like that. And I would do all of that. I would do all of that. And I would do all that. And I would do it because I loved WEDF and I was invested in the show. And why do I bring this up? It's because when I was at that age, I dreamed of being a YouTuber. I dreamed of being able to meet my favorite YouTubers, and I dreamed of being able to do that, to be known on that level, that people would take time out of their day to watch me, and that I would be able to make a difference in someone's life, and I would be able to make a difference in someone's day. I would be able to brighten someone's day with a simple video. And that's one of the things that I wanted to do when I grew up. And years later, in 2022, the year of our Lord, I am here. I am working on WEDF NXT, the very show that got me back in to WEDF in the first place. And I'm able to talk on a regular basis to people like Danny Jackpot and Frank Dogg and Carter and Joshua Bishop and all these people that when I watched them, when I watched the WWF, I was a fan of some of their calls. I was a fan of, like, I vividly remember seeing people like Matt Eichhorn and the suspecting D'Angelo De Niro. And it was, and I remember WWF. I didn't watch much of it, but I remember watching my cousin the Scars and Stripes show. And we watched that together in his basement around the time it came out. And I subscribed to the shows. I subscribed to the channels. And I remember starting off as a fan. And I guess the point that I'm trying to make here is I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for letting little me's dream of being a famous YouTuber become reality. I'm no Mr. Beast. I'm no PewDiePie. I'm no anybody. I'm no Markiplier or anything. I'm not like top 10 of the view charts. We're not top 10 of the view charts. But it's just something as simple as that. It's something as simple as people taking time out of their day to watch a show that I poured my heart and soul into. And it's something as simple as... And it's something that simple. And it's something as simple as people appreciating stuff we do with certain wrestlers. And it's people appreciating what we do with certain wrestlers. Or people getting excited for certain angles. And it's just all of that. And you have invested yourself into WEDF. And some of you have been here since you were children. Some of you guys have been watching since you were kids. And you grew up with Frank Dogg and Carter and Bishop and all of these people. And you grew up with these stories and these characters and WEDF as a whole throughout these past 14 years. Next year's 15. That's insane to think about. And it's an honor for me to be part of this, to be part of something with such a lineage and a legacy to it, that it's just special. It's really special. And I'll admit it, I'm not the best when it comes to consistency. Sometimes me and Frank are not on the same page about booking stuff. Sometimes we're not on the same page about certain choices made. Sometimes I'm not in agreement with some of the things that happen. But that's just because I'm a different kind of person. And I know at the end of the day that WEDF, Internet Call Wrestling, it's Frank's baby. And I'm just the uncle that came in through commentary. And I think deep down, I'm also admitting this to myself, that nobody knows how Frank wants to run WEDF as well as Frank himself. And it's gotten him 14 years here in WWE, here in YouTube, here in WWE games, with still hundreds of views. That's a lot more than, I don't mean to throw shade here, but that's a lot more than other colleagues, certainly. And I know that Frank, because at the end of the day, you want to make like thousands of views, right? Anybody would want to get thousands and thousands of views. And Frank's no different. But I don't want that. I don't want that to make you guys feel like the people that watch now are unappreciated. Because you are. You're some of the most important people to this platform, to this channel, this platform specifically. You are the MVPs of WEDF, because we are the guys that we make the shows, we do the matches, we book everything, but you are the guys that watch and invest, and you watch and invest, and you guess who's going to be William Regal's weapon, what's going to happen with this title match, what's going to happen with that angle, and you are the guys that are also in on the jokes. You're in on the also butts jokes. You are in on the fuck that ref joke. Some of you probably remember me calling Danny Jackpot Andy Badwell. Dandy Badwell. Some of you probably remember that. I just, what I want to take away from the end of this video is aside from Unforgiven coming out soon, aside from some NXT shows being in the works. I only said that just to catch you up. But the main point I want to make with this monologue that I've been going on is that you guys are part of WEDF. And I know that sounds cheesy as fuck, but it's true. You guys are a part of WEDF. All 8,000 of you guys. And whether those 8,000 are people that actively watch every single show we put together, whether it's 8,000 that only watch the Raws and SmackDowns, whether it's part of the 8,000 that only watch NXT, whether it's part of the 8,000 that don't watch anymore and just haven't unsubscribed, whether it's part of the 8,000 that watch the TikToks, whether it's part of the 8,000 that watch the CPVs, hell, even if it's some of the 8,000 that aren't here with us anymore, all 8,000 of you are a part of this, are a part of this 14-year epic grand journey. And I can't thank every individual person that has helped over the years, or every individual person that has subscribed over the years. But I just want to say thank all of you. Every single one. Because without the collaborators and without you guys as subscribers, Frank's right. There wouldn't be a WEDF without the fans and without the collaborators and without everybody pouring their heart and soul into this show. So, I just want to say on a personal level, thank you for letting me have this. Thank you for letting me have something to leave behind when my time inevitably comes up and I am sent to the Shadow Realm. I'll always have this for people to remember me by. And I'll always have this as a part of my life and a part of my history. And if this is the only bit of that history that is available for the public after I'm gone, if this is the only thing that remains of me after my lifetime, then I'll be okay with that, because that's a hell of a representation of me. You know, that's a hell of a representation of Connor James. So thank you so much for all of this, for letting me have this, for letting all of us have this. And, you know, fuck it, I'll see you guys when we hit 20 years. I'll see you guys when we get to 20. I was there for 10, I'm probably going to be there for 20. So, until we get to 20, and until we get to Unforgiven, which hopefully also isn't 20 years, the 20-year anniversary, I guess what I'm trying to say is, until next time. All so butts. I had to do it at least once.